up, guys? I'm super excited to do this video. If it turns out like I think it will, you guys need to buy this amp before it's gone. This is the Precision Power ATOM A1800.1D. Now, if any of you guys seen my other reviews, I did the Soundstream Rubicon, the blue one, and Epsilon owns Precision Power and Soundstream, so I'm sure I'm right, but I think this is basically the same thing as the blue, the biggest Rubicon they have, which this amp, just like the Rubicon, is made in Korea. Very good quality amplifier. So this, you know, they give you the 3600 peak. So let's see what it says on the box here. It says 1800 at 1 ohm, 1000 at 2 ohm, and 650 at 4 ohm. We will see if it really does that here in a minute. And made in Korea. So if this thing, you know, puts out 1800 watts, like I think it will, it's $129 right now, guys. I'll put a link below if you use my link. And it's Korean. It's very well built. Like, if it's the same thing as the Rubicon, very nice, very good quality. And if it puts out 1800 watts of Korean power for 128 bucks, we'll see. But I think it's going to do it. So I would jump on here, because this is kind of like the budget king. Where could you get an 1800 watt Korean amp for $128? So, I mean, it's a no-brainer. This amp also has high-level inputs, so they give you a little connector, bass cable, simple basic plastic bass knob. I've seen these before. They have like a big plastic knob, but they actually work pretty well. They hold up, they don't break. Very heavy amplifier. It has some weight to it. It's got dual 4-gauge inputs. Now, you guys will argue till the end here on these, but you can use both, but you don't have to. So, like, if you're using, you know, running 1/0 or whatever, you don't have to use both. But if you're using like dual 8-gauge, then yeah, you want to run 2 runs. If you're running like good, you know, OFC 4-gauge, it should be good, but you guys can argue all day long. These are connected inside the amplifier. So the amp doesn't care if you have a 1/0 over here or, you know, 2 8-gauges. It doesn't matter. They're all connected inside, but I'll leave that up to you guys. You can argue among yourselves. I already tested that on the Rubicon. But you got 2 inputs, 2 sets of speaker outs, Tiffany style RCAs, your remote in, your high level inputs. And then you have here the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 30 amp fuses. So what is 30 times 6? 1800. So just like the Rubicon, I think this thing's going to put out a solid, real 1800 watts. Very nice looking amplifier. They give you a sticker right here, and the reason they do that is this lights up here. So if you carefully put that sticker on there, basically the Precision Power will light up, and this lights up clear, and if it goes into protect, it'll light up red. So this is basically like a power on LED, and then it turns red, you know, if it goes into protect. Also, the other cool thing how to mount these is you just unscrew these caps and you just shoot a screw right down in there. So you screw it to whatever your amp panel or however you want to fasten it, and then you just put the caps on to cover it. So that's how it mounts. Now, where's the gain knob and subsonic? It's on the back behind this covered panel. So let's go ahead and get that unscrewed, and I'll show you the adjustment knobs. Alright, so we got the little panel off, and now revealed is the gain, subsonic, phase, bass boost, low pass, and data link switch. These can be strapped. So they give you the master slave switch to do that. Instructions are in the manual. Very cool amp. At the end we'll go ahead and get a gut shot, but right now let's hook up this killer deal Korean amplifier to the dyno and let's see if it does that 1800 watts. Alright guys, so we got the amp all hooked up. I just wanted to show you this LED here. So it powers on, it does like the little self-test, it goes white. So this does turn white for on and red for protection. So it eliminates white. Shut it off, it goes off. On startup, see how it went red? That's a self-test, but if it ever goes into protect, that'll turn red. Alright guys, so we're going to start it as usual with the 4 ohm test. The box says 650 RMS at 4 ohms. It could be dynamic, could be uncertified, just depends how the manufacturer rates it. Alrighty, so definitely didn't do the 650, certified or uncertified. Let's go ahead and do dynamic, see if it can hit that 650 mark. Guys, I'm going to put all the results on a chart at the end, but as of right now, I got 470 watts uncertified. Let's do dynamic. Alright, here we go guys, dynamic. See if it can hit that 650 as specified on the box. And not quite getting there. So it's right about 500 watts dynamic. Alright, let's go get to the 2 ohm test. Alright, 2 ohms, box says 1000 watts. Let's see how close we can get to that. Alright, so it got 820 watts uncertified at 2 ohms. Not quite there. We're getting close, but not quite there. Uncertified. So we'll go ahead and try dynamic. Alright, getting closer. That's pretty close. 919 uncertified. Dynamic at 2 ohms. Alright guys, not quite hitting the numbers so far, but still very good. 128 bucks Korean. But let's hopefully that 1 ohm number will jump up a bit. I'm pretty confident at least it'll do 15. Let's see if I'm right or wrong. Maybe it'll surprise us and do more. Let's check it out. Alright, come on baby. Whoa. What do you got at 1 ohm for us? So 1326 uncertified. Not bad. Wasn't what I was hoping, but let's go ahead and maybe it'll hit it dynamic. Alright, here we go. Dynamic, 1 ohm. There we go. That's better. Well, didn't do the 18 dynamic, but it did 1625. So, that's pretty close. I think this manufacturer, along with most of SoundStream's amps, they rate off dynamic. So, for Korean power, 1625 watts for $128 is a killer deal. Alright guys, let's try 0.67 ohms dynamic. I'm going to do this dynamic. All right, man. Almost 2100 watts at 0.67 ohms. Let's try a half ohm and see what happens. Hey guys, half ohm dynamic. See what happens. $23, $27 watts at half ohm. Pretty good, man. Now, these don't say they're half ohm stable, but these being Korean and with, you know, your speakers wired in your car, you're not going to actually be hitting half ohm. So I'm pretty confident these things can run at half ohm, no problem, but that's on you. Be careful, but usually they can, just like the blue Rubicons. So very cool. All right, let's get to the gut shot. Okay guys, so here are the results. As you can see, very efficient amplifier. Look at the certified efficiency: 98, 83, and 75% efficient. Very efficient amp, and as we saw, dynamic 1625 at 1 ohm and 2327 at half ohm. Very cool. Alright, let's get to the gut shot and check this thing out. Alright guys, and here is a gut shot. This thing, it's pretty sexy inside. So over here, there's 100 volt, 3300 microfarad Shinmao 85 degrees Celsius caps. And over here we got 2200 microfarad 105 degrees Celsius Samwa caps. And notice too how the input and output transistors, they mounted on a solid block of 6061 aluminum heatsink. So what they were lacking, because of the panels being thin, they added that solid piece of 6061 for a heatsink for both the input and the output transistors. Very nice amplifier, super clean. Like I was saying, guys, you know, it didn't quite do 1800, but for what it put out, for $128, Korean amplifier, this is one of those amps that would last you years. It's good quality. I feel confident that it can run at half ohm, no problem, but do that at your own risk. But like I said, these are very good quality amps. In my opinion, if I was going to get a budget amp, I'd rather get something Korean than save a few bucks. So for the wattage this puts out, for 128 bucks, with it being Korean and very good quality, I would go for this one. But it's up to you. I'm sure these are going to be gone quick, guys. I think they're blowing them out. Very clean, very nice little amplifier. I think I'm going to keep this one. I will find a use for it somehow. I just couldn't pass it up. But super clean, nice amplifier. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please, guys, help me out and subscribe. It'll help me do more content. If you guys have any suggestions, as always, let me know. And thank you guys so much for watching.